Sodor Day was coming, and the engines were looking forward to it, as it would be a very busy day with many holiday makers coming to the island to see the engines. Alfred and his friends were also excited, as this year would mark the 15th anniversary since Great Waterton was reopened. Alfred had just finished his last train of the day when he heard a group of whistles. Steve, Wilson, Flora, Stanley, and even Algie passed by. Miss Sally wants us all at the sheds, Alfred. What for? She has some important news for us. Now let's go. So Alfred followed the other engines to the sheds. Everyone, as we all know, Sodor Day is only a few days away, and this year will mark the 15th anniversary of when Great Waterton was reopened. So to celebrate, we will have a fun fair. The engines thought it was a great idea. A fun fair sounds like a great idea. That will attract a lot of people. Will we have enough food and games for everyone? Indeed we will, and we will also have a brass band, a vintage car show, and best of all, a special parade. Those are all great ideas, Miss Sally, but if you don't mind me asking, what kind of special parade did you have in mind? Simple. You lot are gonna be the parade. Considering you all work here, it would be fitting to have you be the parade, and Flora will lead the way, just like when I first arrived on Sodor. That's correct. There is a lot of work that needs to be done, so here are your jobs. Steve will collect the stands, Stanley and Wilson will collect the vintage cars, Boris will pick up the brass band, Anthony will inspect the tracks to make sure nothing is damaged, Algie will bring the workmen to set up everything, Flora will bring the food and drinks, and Alfred, I want you to have the day off tomorrow so that you can tell everyone about the fun fair. Thank you, Miss Sally. I'll be sure to tell everyone I know. That's good. Remember, I want you all to do your very best. You can rely on us, Miss Sally. The next day, the engines went off to do their important jobs. Steve collected the stands from Maithwaite Station. Stanley and Wilson collected the vintage cars from the docks. Boris picked up the brass band from Knapford Station. Algie brought the workmen to set up the games, stands, and decorations. Anthony inspected the rails to make sure nothing was damaged. Flora collected the food and drinks from Wellsworth. And Alfred told everyone he saw about the fun fair. We're having a fun fair at Great Waterton. Would you two like to come along? Yes, please, Alfred. We would love to. That's great. I'll see you guys there. Alfred told as many engines as he saw. When he reached Farquhar Station, he told Thomas, Percy, and Toby about the fun fair, and they were excited too. Hey Thomas, have you seen Lady anywhere? I want to invite her, but I haven't seen her anywhere. Well, if Lady isn't working on Sodor, then she must be on the Magic Railway, but no one goes down that line except for Lady. Oh, sorry Alfred, I must get going. I'll see you later. Well, if that's where Lady is, then that's where I'll go. Alfred knew where the magic buffers were, as Thomas had shown him once before, but they didn't travel through them, as it can be quite dangerous for engines who are familiar with the rails. Alfred soon arrived, but was very nervous. Okay, I can do this. It shouldn't be too hard to find Lady. Well, here goes nothing. Wow, this is beautiful. This doesn't look dangerous at all. Further up the line, Alfred came to a set of points. I think I'll go left, and if it's a dead end, I'll just simply reverse. Here I come, lady! Ouch! What's this doing here? And where am I? Alfred was on top of a large mountain, and there were no rails for him to move on. Wait a second. Why do those buffers lead to a random mountain, and with no rails for engines to move on? It doesn't make any sense. Well, if I can't go backwards, I might as well go forward and hope for the best. Come on. Almost there. Whoa! Bust my boiler! Why did I think this was a good idea? I can't stop! Whoa! Whew. That was a close one. Alfred was shaken up, but he was glad to be back on the rails. I really hope Lady isn't too far. I might as well take this truck along with me. When he came to the same set points, he took the other track, hoping it would lead him to Lady. And sure enough, it did, along with another engine called Proteus. Hey Lady, it's been a while. Well, this is a surprise. How have things been going, Alfred? Everything has been going great. You will not believe how I managed to find you. Well, there are reasons why most engines aren't allowed to come down this line, unless they have us to guide them. I know, Proteus, and I'm really sorry. So what brings you here, Alfred? I see you came with a gift. Oh yes, allow me to explain. So Alfred told Lady and Proteus about the funfair at Great Waterton and how he went down the mountain with the coal truck and how he managed to find them. So why do those buffers lead to a mountain anyways? Sorry about that. I have been meaning to fix that for a while. We should really put up signs around here. That's okay. A sign or two would be really helpful. But apart from that, would you two like to come to Great Waterton on Sodor Day? I would be more than happy to. I would like to come along, but someone does have to look after the magic railway, so I must stay here. That's understandable. Come on, Alfred. I'll take you home. So Lady took Alfred back to Great Waterton by taking the shortcut. This looks familiar. Sure enough, Alfred knew where they were. So that's what was at the end of Morgan's mind. They arrived at Great Waterton, safe and sound. Thanks for helping me home, Lady. I probably would have gone lost again without you. That's okay, Alfred. And I'll be sure to come to the funfair tomorrow. It sounds like it'll be a lot of fun. It sure will be. Sodor Day arrived. Spencer brought the Duke and Duchess of Buxford, and Thomas brought the Fat Controller and the Mayor. Miss Sally was pleased, and so were the engines. The Fat Controller, the Mayor, and Miss Sally stood in front of the engines, and she gave a speech. Today marks the 15th anniversary of when Great Waterton was found, thanks to Thomas, and 15 years later, this town is still going strong. I would like to give a big thank you to Alfred, Boris, Wilson, Steve, Flora, Stanley, Anthony, and Algie for being really useful. Soon, it was time for the parade. Flora was at the front, and everyone else was behind her. The guard blew the whistle, and they were off. Everyone clapped and cheered for them, and the engines blew their whistles. Today, we are all leaders of the tracks. Alfred and his friends couldn't have been happier to live on the island of Sodor.